people who watch Ludwig probably know that for a while I was getting like consistent top comments on his videos. And I think that there were like multiple factors that helped. The first thing that just like absolutely cheating is I would give myself a second upvote. So I was like right in the beginning, I'd give myself a second. I would comment right away. So I'd get the notification. I'd immediately come up with the best comment I could. And then I'd go to like my second account attached to that email because I had like my artist account and then I had my actual just normal email. And I'd give myself a second thumbs up. And it would be somewhere near the top. So that would give maybe 30 people a chance to read my comment before something else gets upvoted. And if my comment was good, it would get more upvotes, and then the momentum would build. And then if the comment was like medium good, another comment would come later and surpass me. And it was really interesting. And then if the comment wasn't good, it'd get stuck. It'd get stuck somewhere around like 10 or like 20, depending on the thing. And then at a certain point, I was like, yeah, I'm fine with this because I would talk about it. Like if I was ever asked how I got so many top comments, I'd just be like, yeah, I'd give myself a second upvote. About halfway through like that run, before I got like those crazy upvoted things, at a certain point I stopped because I was like, I feel less good about this. Like this feels manipulative. Like I was seeing certain people consistently get top comments. And I was like, man, are these people like manipulating their votes? Like, because theoretically you could not stop at one account. You could give yourself like 30 upvotes. But then there were like certain people I was seeing that was doing that. I'm not going to name names because I don't want people attacking me. But,
You did before.
There was, I know. There was like certain people, you're good. There were certain people I saw that would like right away get like 30 upvotes consistently. You get 30 thumbs up consistently, and then it would never grow. So there was a certain degree of like, I felt like my comments were pretty good. But then I actually talked to you and you're like, at a certain point, it seems sus.
It was, hey,
right?
Listen, that's what I was saying. So like after because I was an early guy because I had the bell too. So I'd look and Pey was kicking ass in the comment section consistently. And I was like, they were, not to say that they were not fire comments, because they were. And like that's what Pey mentioned.
Some of them were. It seemed like a lot, but there were a lot that didn't go anywhere. Right. Because it's every day. It's every day he was posting a video, and I rarely miss them.
Well, and to be fair, and also I know Pey, so like when I saw his comment, I immediately liked it because I was like, fuck yeah, it's Pey. Like, so I think that he also had that too. Like he at least is known in the community where it's like, oh, it's Pey. I like it. That's what I did every time.
I was only doing it after the Ludbud anthem, which was nice, and there were like people recognizing the name. I also, that was the second thing, is I had the music note because I'm an official artist channel, which is like if you distribute music on any like on Spotify or anything like that, you can tie a YouTube channel through your distributor. Like, so I have DistroKid, I can tie my account, and that gave me the official artist channel, which I really wouldn't suggest people doing, because there's nothing more disappointing than clicking on a profile that has like a verified mark and seeing like 200 subscribers. But I really think that helped people read my comment. I think like more than anything, that was huge in the beginning, because people would see the verified mark, in this case the music note, and they would they'd read my comment, and if my comment was good, they'd like it, right? And then I also would always make it topical about the content without actually having to have watched the video, so I got it out really quick. So it'd be like Ludwig, going on a date with Cutie Cinderella, or the most popular one, like the most obvious one, is like he was talking about being fast, and I made a joke about him being fast in bed. Right.
Nice.
And like that did very well.
I think Pey was the first one. I think a lot of people have realized this, but I think you were one of the first ones to be like, his hair, it's funny because like based on the timeline, like it was like a timeline, like, whereas I think that was one of your most like comments, I think.
Yeah. It was also hearted by him at one point, I think.
Nice.
That was huge. That helps a lot too. If you have like a hearted comment, when he doesn't give out hearts, like very, very rarely. Like,
I give him out too much, by the way. My friends are always like,
stop hearting like everything.
But I want everyone, like, I'm like, I've seen this. Like I don't necessarily want to like reply on everything, but I want to say, I see your comment and I appreciate your comment. That's why I like the heart thing.
Right.
Because I don't want to go through and say, hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it, But I do want those people, like my OGs, the people that are commenting on my most recent video, like I want them to know that I saw it for sure. Whatever.
I agree. I'm trying to limit my hearts. Like I try to like not give more than 3 or something like that per video, because I think that just like certain schools, like they rely on like exclusivity for prestige. So like there's a certain degree of like it means more when you only give out a couple every video. But then also another reason I stopped like commenting so much, and like occasionally I still try to, but like I don't think I'm finding success, is first of all, I think people, weird tangent, people were very much of the same nature of you, where it's like, okay, this is getting sus, which makes sense because whenever someone's like too established in something. But the second thing is I noticed that there was a trend of all the top comments to a certain degree were in the beginning. which resulted in like none of the top comments being about the video, because all of the top comments were rushed based off of the publishing. And it's like actually this really annoying trend now that I'm not like making comments, but like there's this huge trend right now in the YouTube videos currently Ludwig is making. Everyone goes streamer gang because he edits the thumbnail before posting the video on stream. And they're like, anyone else see the thumbnail as he made it? And everyone's like, I saw the thumbnail on stream. I'm gonna like that comment, right? And it's like really annoying that like a lot of the videos comments aren't actually about, like, it's like this weird meta where it's not actually about the content, because the trend, everyone upvotes so quickly as soon as it publishes. So, and it was like funny, like I didn't think that was actually like in the beginning of what I was doing, like a thing. And maybe I'm like over analyzing and overvaluing my impact on just like the comment section of Ludwig's videos, which is such a like,
no, it's fine. I think it's a natural thing. So like I think that is definitely a meta. Like that could easily be a meta where it's like people are rushing comments because they're getting instant gratification from being top comment. But the problem is it's going to be a detriment to so like when you scroll down for the video, it's like some random shit that a lot of YouTube frogs don't even know what they're talking about.
I don't know. We've also seen trends of like with the YouTube comments of like something that really annoys me is a lot of Ludwig viewers use running jokes, which is, they're funny. Some of them are funny, right? But they run them into the ground, right? And like, I like the Ludwig short thing. I think it's still funny. I think it's still fun to like throw that in places. But I think it's really, really not funny to be like, ha, Ludwig short, right? And we see that a lot in YouTube comments where like, there's been this trend recently where like people will like, they'll see one thing succeed, one comment, like for example, my big comment that blew up was about the slits in the eyebrows and the haircut. It was like based off of his hair and how many slits he has in his eyebrows when he was shaving his eyebrows. We know exactly where we are in like the Ludwig cinematic universe or some shit like that. And then like people made that comment, like they still make that comment.
Yeah,
like,
I saw it recently. Like,
consistently.
Yeah,
and I might not have been the first person to do it,
yeah,
but
sure.
But it was like, it was funny, and then it got a little annoying, and then I was like, okay. I think that a big reason I was successful was because, you know, like I'd get myself near the top in the very beginning with like an upvote, an extra like, and then my comment was like good enough and early enough to where it would succeed. Because if I missed the period, like I just wouldn't even comment if it's been 15 minutes since the video passed, because everything's already so established by then. And then like, I don't know how people, like I've tried making comments delayed. I have no clue how people get comments to the top, like way later. Like I have no, like there's so many new comments. I have no clue how people are like filtering through all the new comments and then liking them and then having them gain momentum. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think the algorithm, I don't know how the comment algorithm works, but I know that sometimes comments with no likes will be like in between comments with likes. So I think it kind of
for sure.
pushes it up.
Recency is definitely a factor.
So if it's dank enough comment and enough people see it, it will go up there. I think that's which is cool, which is how the comment section should be.
Right. Which I agree. I think that there should be a certain level of like fluidity within it. But how do you get past the like zero comment, like the zero like? Because I mean, when I was making my comments, I was still early. Like when I wasn't liking them, and I think I made a lot of successful comments that weren't liked. But the success rate was way lower. It went from like every comment to like 40% of my comments were successful. But even then I was still early. Like I was competing against like no one, right?
No one,
people were looking for. So there's a certain degree of like how do you get past that zero like I don't know, black hole? So I don't know. Actually, it's funny how I feel kind of like I've been trying to make comments lately, and I'm also happy not making any more comments. I'm like good.
I think you've done it. You've made the comment section your bitch, and now you're like, whatever. Who needs it?
No, I found a niche that worked for a little while.
Like a distinguished, yes, I found the solution to the comments, and now I don't need to anymore.
Even if I was giving myself like 40 likes or something at the start of videos, like I still don't think I would continue to be successful, because I think people got tired of my comments. They got tired of me always being around, which is like fine. You know, I think that's also part of the reason I had so many successful comments when I did. baby.